What if I told you the most powerful force on Earth isn't a government, it isn't a military, it isn't a country, it's a company you've probably never heard of. No tanks, no flags, no elected officials, just numbers, just code, just money. Welcome to BlackRock, the company that doesn't just invest in the world, it owns it. BlackRock controls trillions of dollars, more wealth than most nations, and that alone should make you uncomfortable. But the real story is not how much money they manage, it's what that money allows them to control. They are not just in tech, they are not just in banks, they are not just in real estate, they are in everything. From the house you live in, to the phone in your pocket, to the food you eat, to the companies you believe are independent. BlackRock is behind the scenes, silent, invisible, untouchable, and that's what makes it terrifying. This is not a company that sells products. BlackRock sells influence. When BlackRock invests, politicians listen. When BlackRock speaks, markets move. When BlackRock decides, companies obey. They don't need to make laws, they help shape them. They don't run elections. They influence which businesses survive after them. BlackRock owns shares in the largest corporations on Earth: Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Pfizer, banks, oil companies, defense contractors, media corporations. And on paper, they'll say, "We don't control these companies, we just invest." But here's the problem. When you own pieces of everything, you control the game. BlackRock votes on corporate boards. They influence leadership decisions. They affect business policies. They steer corporate behavior from the shadows. All without appearing on the ballot, all without public consent, all without accountability. And then there's Aladdin. No, not the cartoon. Aladdin. BlackRock's secret weapon. A system so powerful, so advanced, so connected to markets worldwide, that entire governments depend on it. Aladdin is an artificial intelligence risk management system that analyzes trillions of dollars in financial activity in real time. Banks use it, governments use it, pension funds use it, institutions use it to manage money, to predict markets, to avoid collapse. In other words, the world's financial nervous system runs through BlackRock. When the 2008 financial crisis happened, the US government didn't turn to the banks, they turned to BlackRock to assess damage, to salvage trillions, to decide what survived and what died. Think about that. When the world broke, one company guided the recovery, not a government, not a nation, a corporation. Then came COVID. Markets froze, people panicked, jobs disappeared overnight, and once again, governments turned to BlackRock. They were asked to manage bailout programs, to stabilize markets, to inject liquidity, unelected, unchallenged, unseen. This is not conspiracy. This is documented. BlackRock helps govern the global economy without ever being elected. Now ask yourself, what happens when too much power exists without oversight? History has answered that many times before, but it doesn't stop there. BlackRock isn't just buying stock, it's buying land, thousands of homes, entire neighborhoods, entire communities. Investment firms linked to BlackRock are buying houses in cash, overbidding families, outpricing normal people, turning homeowners into renters, turning citizens into tenants, and tenants into dependents. Imagine working your entire life, only to rent from a corporation forever. That's the future some believe BlackRock is building. A world where ownership disappears and subscription replaces survival, housing, energy, transportation, even food, all managed by asset managers, not governments, not communities, corporations. And then there's politics. BlackRock publicly claims neutrality, but money does not stay neutral. BlackRock advises governments. BlackRock executives rotate into government positions. Government officials rotate back out into BlackRock. Regulation becomes cooperation. Oversight becomes partnership. Conflict becomes collaboration. This is called the revolving door, and it's how power hides in plain sight. And if you think BlackRock cares about morality, remember this. BlackRock invested in fossil fuels, then advertised sustainability. BlackRock talks about climate responsibility while holding shares in polluters. BlackRock claims ethics. while funding weapons manufacturers. Their only consistent ideology is profit, and profit doesn't care about you. It doesn't know you. It doesn't love you. It replaces you. When companies fail, BlackRock doesn't collapse, it consolidates. When markets crash, BlackRock profits. When nations struggle, BlackRock negotiates. So what does this mean for you? It means real power has moved out of parliaments, out of Congress, out of constitutions, and into financial institutions. We live in a world where your future is shaped by boardrooms, not ballots, where corporate decisions matter more than elections, where algorithms decide your survival, not laws. BlackRock is not evil, but it is dangerous, not because it wants to hurt you, but because it doesn't need to care. A system this large, this powerful, this hidden, should scare anyone who believes in freedom. And the most terrifying part? Almost no one talks about it. Because BlackRock doesn't control through fear. It controls through ownership, through investment, through silence, through dependency, through design. So the next time you hear the word democracy, ask yourself, who really decides the future? Because power doesn't wear crowns anymore. It wears suits. It doesn't carry guns. It carries balance sheets. It doesn't conquer countries. It acquires them, quietly, legally, efficiently. This is not the age of empires. This is the age of asset managers, and BlackRock is their king. Not elected, not visible, but everywhere. And if that doesn't scare you, it should. But here's the final thought that should truly disturb you. BlackRock does not need to announce control, because it has already built a world where control is automatic, where decisions happen at speeds no human can challenge, where algorithms move markets faster than laws can react. And when software decides value, human life becomes just another data point, another risk metric, another number on a screen. The future will not look like soldiers in the streets. It will look like rent increases with no explanation, job markets collapsing quietly, prices rising without warning, savings vanishing overnight, and no government able to stop it. Because when money moves faster than power, money becomes power. We aren't heading into a dystopia with chains and cages. We're heading into one with contracts and subscriptions, where freedom has terms and conditions, and resistance requires a password. A future where your choices exist, but only inside systems someone else owns. So the real question isn't whether BlackRock is dangerous. The question is, what happens when no one is strong enough to challenge it?